I'ma walk this road, then you can talk shit. Gambling with my life, but I refuse to go for nonsense. This the life I chose, this all I know, ain't many options. About to tell the truth, I make the rules like I'm Fleece Johnson.
Hey, what's up? This is Big Lee with Hustler Spirit. Man, Happy New Year, Fleece.
Happy New Year's, big bro.
You doing all right?
Yeah, man.
What did you do on New Year's?
Man,
How did you bring it in?
I brought it in, man, with friends and food. Good food, friends, family, my family that I created, you know. And we had love, man. We had music, food. I got high, I drunk. You know, drunk a little tequila. And Kevin Hart sent me. Thank you, Kevin. You know, Kevin Hart sent that to me, man. And so you know, we celebrated and we watched celebration on TV, all the bands and the live performances, the Dick Clark things, and yeah, man, I was like, I didn't go to no clubs or nothing like that. I was invited, man. I was invited all over the city, man. And people was, how can you, I'm not into the club life no more. So I had to turn down a lot of invitations because I spent New Year's with my family, you know, and so that I created, my family. You know, we had love, man. And we sat around and, hey, man, we had a good time, ate some good food, man. I'm talking about we had everything, man. From ham, I'm talking about big ham, you know, glazed and ribs, fried chicken, greens, you know, mashed potatoes, whole potatoes. We had yams. We had, man, cornbread out of this world, man.
Mm-hmm.
Mac and cheese, you know, beans. We had 3 varieties of beans, right? And we had everything, man. We had more than that. All kinds of cakes and pies and, you know, everybody was happy, you know, and we was giving out New Year's gifts, even though we gave out Christmas gifts. You know, we sit at the table here, this is for you. Happy New Year's. You know, so we did good, you know, we paid our bills.
Mm-hmm. That's usually the hardest thing after Christmas.
Yeah, so we made sure the bills is paid, you know, and gonna be paid. Ain't no debts or nothing like that. So, you know, I had a good New Year's, man. We thank God, thank Jesus. And gave thanks to the Lord, you know, because, you know, what was so special about it, I'm the person that everybody said wasn't gonna see 8/21. When I went to prison, you'll never get out. When I was in prison, you'll never make it out of here alive. All this stuff. I'm 67, bro. Still young, still got it in me, still floating, abounding, rocking, you know. And you know, I still got haters out here, so I don't care. You know, I'm above all that. You know, and so this New Year, man, is about me staying out of prison, protecting my future. That's what I'm doing.
Now, I want to stop right there because I'm glad you said that. In 2026, we're no longer going to say, don't go to prison. That's not going to be the quote. The quote of the year will be what he just said, protect your future. That's what we have to tell these young people. That's what we have to tell ourselves. It's no longer designed based on just one thing of not going to prison. It's protect your future. That's the new quote. Not stay free, don't go to prison, none of that. With one phrase, we engulf the whole situation.
Yeah.
Protect your future.
Your future.
What have you learned so far, man? You've been at we done had a crazy 3 years on the internet, and we done had a lot of good interviews. What's the main thing you learned? What's the thing that stick with you most about what we've been doing?
Man, the positive that comes from the negative, right? You know, we took a negative thing and we turned it positive, man. You know, and what I learned from it, man, is persistence, man. And getting your point across, we get it across.
Consistency.
Yeah. Getting your point across, you would get it across. That's the only way to get it across. I learned that, man. Patience, man.
Mm-hmm.
Telling the truth, man. Being truthful. You know, will bring you more respect than sitting there being allowed, right? You know, people respect people that is more truthful. And just like when I was in prison, you know, if a person, whatever you was, it was only 2 things we didn't like in prison. It was child molesters and wrecks. Anything else you are, hey, we can deal with that, man. And now I'm able to deal with whatever you are. You know, I don't care what you are, I can deal with you.
I'm glad you said that because you ended up in prison because you was operating out for what? Impulse, right?
Impulse, man.
So
Guided by hate and trying to erect a shield in my life, you know.
So I think your biggest thing that we was able to accomplish so far is stop, breathe, and choose. And what I mean by that is instead of acting off an impulse, you was able to think, calm yourself down, think it through, think about the consequences, and realize where you could end up at.
Another thing, true. But check this out. I learned how to be good and tough at the same time.
Explain.
Yeah. See, a lot of people think that the way to be is to be tough. Be tough on everything. To be tough and, you know, and
Why you holding it like a microphone?
yeah, because I'm going there. That's why I'm gonna be doing adventures, holding mics, right?
Okay.
I'm getting used to holding mics, right?
Okay.
So, you got people that feel that you gotta the way to be tough is to be bad.
That's what they think.
Yeah. They don't know that you can be good and be tough. See? You don't have to, your toughness don't have to come from doing bad stuff. See, that's where the confusion is at, right? A lot of people that feel, man, I want to be tough, feel like the way to get there is to go through a lot of bad, do a lot of bad stuff to get that, at toughness, right? I done learned you can be good. You can let good lead you to toughness, right? And what I mean is, like, take me for instance. I don't do crime no more. I don't steal. I don't cheat. I don't rob nobody. I take nothing from nobody. I'm out here doing lawful, legal work to put food on my table and pay my bills. Now, I'm not doing bad to pay my bills. I'm doing good to pay them. And from doing this good, man, you have to have a certain amount of strength and toughness in you, man, to keep you consistent doing this, man. Because you got a lot of people fall back, man. They work a job 3-4 months and they quit, get fired and all this stuff. They don't want to work no more. I'd rather go on out here and steal and do this and do. I can, get tough like that. I learned you can get tough doing good, man. Good will make you tough. Doing good out here will toughen you up.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's why it will toughen you up. Because you're up under all them restraints. You can't steal, you can't rob, you can't cheat, you can't take nothing. You got to work.
So you got to figure out the legal way.
You got to figure out how to survive out here.
And that's what they say, legal money keeps you free.
Right. And you know what? I had a nice New Year, and I hope this year is going to be better than last year in my life.
Hey, Fleece, I want to do something real quick, and to get a point across for you and everybody else. I want you to write down 5 things that you want or you want to do with the remainder of your life.
5 things I want to do.
I want to do.
Don't want to do it, I do.
You do want to do. 5 things you want to do.
With the remaining years of my life.
Yes.
Not what I wanted to do as a child, but what I want to do
What
right
I want
now.
you to do right now. Now, people at home can do it with their
Okay.
kids or any young person they want that's in their life. But I want to. I'm trying to show a point. Real quick. And say what you writing down too.
Well, get my driver's license.
Okay, that's number 1.
Get my insurance real good.
Okay.
Get a real ID.
Well, yeah, it'll be with your license.
Yeah. Okay.
Give me another 3. Give me the third one.
Yeah. The third one will be get more secure in my housing.
Mm-hmm. A better house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Better house.
Get licensed, get better insurance, and get a bigger house. We'll say a bigger house. Go ahead.
And
That's 3.
open my own business.
Okay. Own business.
One, 2, 3, 4. And be able to give back to the community and help the people in need.
Okay. Number 5, give back to your community and help the people in need. So you got get licensed, get insurance, get better insurance, get a bigger house, start your own business, and give back to the community.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good 5.
That's bad.
Let me see
like
that.
What you doing, bro? For real? You gonna just ball it up and throw it away?
You know why I threw it in the trash?
No, I don't.
Because that's what happens when you go to jail. You wrote down everything you wanted to do in the future or the rest of your life, and I crumbled it up and threw it in the garbage. That's exactly what happens when you go to prison, when you don't protect your future. I don't care what your plans are. When you go to jail, you ball them up and throw them in the garbage. Now, how did that make you feel when I did that? Before I explained it to you, when I first did it.
I felt like you had a problem.
Now, after I explained it, how you feel?
I can see your point. You was making a point.
I was making a point. Because we can remember what you wrote down, but it means absolutely nothing
If you go to jail.
if you don't protect your future.
Yeah. You're right.
And I'm gonna tell you, I'm proud of you because when me and you first started doing these videos, you could have went back to prison anytime, man.
Sure could.
I mean, you was right there on the edge.
Sure was. And you right. I was right there. And make no mistake about it, man. I got people from the hood, man, still trying to connect with me, man. They wanted to pull me back into the street life, selling guns. I mean, a big stack of money like that, here for me. Here's dope, heroin, here's everything. Come on, man, get back in the game, man. I didn't. So I refused that life. I'm not going down that path no more. I already know what's down that path, right? I already know the deceit. I already know the people that turn on you, the cutthroats, I don't want to live that life no more, man. That type of life is what put me in the penitentiary, kept me there. That attitude, that frame of thinking, man. I done moved away from that, right? They said, what is he talking about now? Oh, this. Okay, he learned.
You have learned.
Man, I don't care what they think, though, but I have.
No, I mean, it's you know.
No, I have.
Yeah, you don't have to care what people think, but if you do the right things by what you like, the way you need to do them, people can't knock your truth.
No, they can't.
And you can't let them push you into, push you in
like
the direction.
That thing Eminem did in that video, man. That was the perfect example, man. He took that video when they was battle rapping that dude. Now, that dude know he lived in the trailer park. They know this and that. So he figured out whatever that dude gonna say is gonna have to be with him living in the trailer park. He might well gonna confess this right now, right?
So you can't use it against him.
Yeah. He ain't gonna have nothing to use after I use what I know he's gonna use, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wipe him from that, right? When he said, yeah, me, trailer park, this and that. And when he got up there to do, like, they were saying, go, he was like, he can't repeat what he just said, man. And he didn't have nothing to come off the, man, and he just froze, man. Time out, man. It's over.
You know, I was thinking about another thing, too. I've never really put that much time in stuff like this. It wasn't really, I didn't think about it, but since I've been working with you, I do. You know, when somebody disrespect us, how we feel disrespected. Or we feel like somebody done tested our manhood in some way.
Speaker, turn it on and talk. Go ahead.
It's on.
Oh, okay.
That's when you most relax when it's not on. That's why I had it on, because I can always erase it if you say something crazy. But anyway, when you get tested, when you feel like your manhood's been tested, I want to talk about the power of walking away, because you had a situation not long ago where, man, the younger Fleece probably would have went back to jail pretty easily. It still didn't sit well with you because you walked away. But do you see the power in walking away now that that's over with and you done calmed down? And you know, that guy is still miserable in his life.
Right.
But you was able to walk away and keep your freedom, and you see it really meant nothing to you at that time.
No, yeah, that's power is being able to walk away, man. You gotta choose your battles, right? You gotta know when to hold, when to fold, right? And this type of time in my life, I'm able to see that I could have did this all along, man. Could have saved myself a whole lot of hardship in the past, walking away from a lot of stuff. Yeah, all right, man. And but I felt I was obligated to do whatever I did behind it, right? But now it cost me a lot of
freedom
and
love,
and I didn't. But now it takes strength. It takes strength, man. I had it backwards, man. It takes a lot of strength to walk away from somebody that done verbally or abused you.
I'm glad you said verbal because it wasn't physical. It was verbal.
Verbal.
And a lot of times verbal
hurts more than the physical.
And it sends you, it prevents you from protecting your future.
Yeah. And we had a thing in prison where we call trick your hand out. We don't let people trick our hands out when you're trying to get out of prison. You know, put you in a situation where you feel like you got to fight and then mess up your opportunity of getting out early, right?
Now, remember what you just said? Y'all didn't let them trick you, right?
Right.
Why do y'all get out here and let people trick you to go back to not protect your future?
It ain't work with me because I ain't being tricked. I'm out. I'm going to stay out. And you got a lot of people I've seen in prison that is actually staying out. I see them year after year.
What's the like?
But you got some that get out and for some reason, man,
they get tricked.
Yeah, they mind. How you got your mind programmed, right? If you believe that you can't walk the streets unless you got fine clothes or you got a car, yeah, you can get all that, but you can work towards getting it. You don't have to overnight try to get it, go out there and steal or rob or sell dope, right? And people get out of prison, they get these relationships with these women out here, and these women is making them feel like the only way you're going to be with me, man, is you got to have some money, man. You got to have your shit together, have a car and all that already.
No, we ain't going to blame it on the women.
Well,
they grown.
Well,
these men are grown.
Yeah, they grown, but you're still...
You shouldn't be forced into doing nothing.
Nah, they ain't forced, but what I'm saying is they feel... That's who they work for. See, when the smoke clears, who you out here stealing from? Who you out here selling dope for? Matter of fact, who you give your money to when you make it? That'll tell who you working for.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but prisoners work for $18 a month and get out here and won't hold down a job. I don't understand that.
Man, them jobs in prison is harder than these jobs out here, and they don't pay them number $18, $16, $18 a month. You know, the average. That's the average pay. Back-breaking jobs. And they working for years. Then they get out of here on the streets and somebody won't give you $500 or $600 a week.
That ain't enough.
No, it ain't enough. But the difference is this. In prison, everything's free, though. The clothes, the food, the bed, you ain't got no bills. Your electric and gas and water bill is paid. And only thing you doing is time, but I got out and I realized, man, that responsibility is part of being a man, fulfilling your duties in life, man. And we have duties, man, in life.
What pressures are on you in prison? The actual pressures. What are you?
Really, it's on everything in us mental. Ain't no real. It's mental. It's the pressure you allow. I mean, you want money to eat better.
So that's pressure.
You get 3 meals a day. They feed you enough to keep you alive. But they do. And that food ain't that bad, man. It's
so eating is not pressure. Then you gonna be able to eat.
You just feel that you want to eat like everybody else.
Okay.
You want to be able to eat chili. You want to be able to eat anything other than steak food. How about cook your own food? You know, and you feel like you got to hustle for it. I see people in prison, they write their families on the street and lie to them and everything to get money from them, man. You know, I mean, just sit there and just lie. You know, lie, make up all kinds of stories.
What they say?
All kinds of stuff. I mean, dead. They told me, the lawyer told me if I come up with $2,500, that I'm a 90% sure he can get me out of prison next year. All this shit, right? People send them that money because they want them out. But it was a made-up story. You know, they lied to their mamas, their daddies, their girlfriends. Man, I got to see people. Prison showed me people.
What you mean?
It showed me what people really are, man. How they really are, man. In the world, in prison.
So it's all inmates users?
See, prison is a society, right? And check it out, it's like a world of its own. Only thing it deprives us of is, you know, the freedom to move around and to go where we want to do certain things. But our administration is similar to the administration of the government, of the White House and stuff, the government and stuff. We in a society, man. We got rules. Out here, y'all got laws. You know, we got rules and laws, but we got more rules. And the rules will tell us what we can and can't do, where we can and can't go, when we can go to bed and what time we gonna eat and all this. We up on all of that and now the people who run the prison are similar to the people who run society out here. They run it like the same framework, you know. And we got people that want to get strict on prisoners, just like they want to get strict on laws out here. We got the rules that get tough sometimes depending on who's in charge. Like out here, it depends on who's in charge. And so I was able to see what the people in charge was using to get in charge and to remain in power, right? What type of strategy, technique, fear was always the factor, man. Putting fear in people, man, and taking shit, claiming stuff, declaring that what's right and what's wrong, they can do wrong and it ain't wrong, but if you do it, it is wrong, you get punished.
To skip subjects, what do you think about the United States invading Venezuela this morning? Did you know that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they bombed them.
They did?
Yes. And then took their prime minister and his wife. They captured them and flew them out. I mean, I know, a lot of people say, y'all shouldn't talk politics. We can talk about whatever we want.
We can talk about it. What I think is, what is the reason? We know what happened over here in America, how shit was taken, man, land and who it was taken from. And we know the type of people that's running this country. They come from the same fabric as the people that ran to Africa and took all the slaves and stuff. They still of that fabric, man. We got people like that in power now that is takers, man, and power takers. They feel if they don't get along with you and if you don't speak their language, they can remove you from power. Back in the days of when the Romans, when Catholic Church had power, they used to shut down countries, man. Uh, 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 they had the power to shut a country down, any country, until all these countries declared independence from the Catholic rule and dictatorship. And so they broke from that. Now we got a administration over here in America that wants to go around bomb somebody that wasn't even trying to fight us, man. That's just like me going out there trying to fight somebody 15-year-old. Knowing that I got more experience and power and all that stuff to just whoop him, man. The dude don't even want to fight me, but he stands up to me, you know, tell me what he think about me. And then I'm going to take it personal, go around bomb they country. And people ain't doing nothing else, man. What are they doing? And you talking about drugs coming from what, Venezuela?
Venezuela.
What about drugs coming from Colombia?
Fentanyl comes from China.
Yeah, well, go over and hit China like that. What about Afghanistan? And they got nuclear stuff over. Go over and try to bomb them. You know, this man is running around, man, cause somebody don't agree with him, he's like punishing them, and I'm sick of it, man. I mean, sick of hearing his name, man, hearing his big mouth. I ran into white people like that in prison, man. Thought they had so much power that everybody better fear them, listen to them. Things are gonna be the way they want it or no way. I rebelled. For 40 years, I fought by myself, fought that whole system, man. Yeah, and won.
You have a good evening.
Peace out, man.
Our next guest did 40 straight years in prison. He called the police after he got out to come and pick him up so he can do an extra year to kill the rest of his time he had on the shelf. He hails in from Louisville, Kentucky. Welcome to the stage, Fleece Johnson.
Welcome, welcome. Thank you for having me here tonight. Yeah, I'm Fleece Johnson, a.k.a. Booty Warrior. Right, but look, let's get this straight from the beginning. I'm not out here to take nobody's booty tonight. Alright? So don't be nervous. Don't think you have to, you know what I'm saying, put up all that. You know, we ain't going through that tonight. I don't know about you though. You kind of thick. But how many of y'all heard of me before I even came on stage? You? What about you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know, let's get this on out in the open. I fucked ass. Alright? I went to jail when I was 14. Keep that in your mind. 14-year-old. Never had a woman, never kissed a girl, never dated one. Go to prison. Do 40 years. 40. Not 1, not 10, not 5, 40. Right? So all my sex education came from the penitentiary. I didn't have people around me that would talk sex, teach you this about sex, this about sex. You know, the stuff you learn growing up. See, I was in prison. So I've been taught all this and that. So, I fucked this. Alright? But I got out. And when I got out, now my sister, she gonna fix me up with one of her girlfriends. You know, try to get my man on the right track. You know, you out here in the real world around real women, you know, and so you got a real one. You ain't got none of them fake ones. You know, I got a real woman. Not one that put Kool-Aid on their lips, got to tuck their fingerling and all that. You know, to be sticking out the back. You know, crazy stuff. You can't even set one of them on your lap. You know, they got to hold their thing. You know, so I got an opportunity now for a real woman. First time. What is this going to be like? You know, my first time. So, at this kind of like them, yeah, I'm nervous. And, you know, I had everything set up, though. So when she come in, she wanted a skirt, high heels, hair fixed up, lip gloss, titties with sparkling stuff on her titties. Woo. That's all I can say, wow. So I sat her down and she decided she would rather eat first and talk. I said, okay, maybe that's how they do it. That's a romantic thing, so I brought a bowl in, her, with a bowl for me. So I went and got the cornflakes. So when I poured them in a bowl, and I poured, you know, I had them big bowls. I poured in, man, you know, we're going to eat good tonight. But it's all gone. So she had more, so I took some out, stirred it out. I said, well, got it eaten. So she's looking at me like this. Like, nigga, are you serious? Yeah, I am. So when I went to get the milk, I ain't have enough to get real milk, so I had powder milk, and I told her. But when I come in there shaking it, and I got to pouring the milk, she stands up. So I said, is that a problem? She said, yeah. She said, you know how much it costs to get my hair and nails done? How much? She said, too damn much to come over here in the middle of the night to eat a fucking bowl of cornflakes. And I'm out of her. You ain't shit. I said, go on, someone, you ain't shit. If you was, I would have gave you some of them raisin brands I had back up. Oh, you could have seen the looks on her face, right? I said, so that's one of the obstacles I had to run into when I first got out.